Rapper Wale.
I just stole right out of Nate's hands.
Trying to figure out. Okay, so you said that Jeff is from
Wale.
You said he was from
Texas.
Jersey, went to
Texas.
Texas. Okay, so Wale, I feel like he's from Virginia or somewhere, D.C. or somewhere like that. I'm not even sure where Isaiah's from, but if he's from that area, then I'm going with Isaiah Simmons.
Okay, MJ.
I'm going with Chase Young. We just saw that swag he had out on the field. That's Wale.
Is that
vibe with
fire?
that.
Okay. I'm a big Wale guy. I go deep on his discography. And
We're not talking about the Disney movie.
Oh, were they free?
I'm thinking of
Wale.
Michael Jackson sings and all. Oh,
The robot.
that blows it. Oh, I thought I was talking about Free Wale, that with that killer whale. Big Wale styling. Hey, ho. All right, here we go. Derek Brown is a big fan of all of the Wales, right? Zerbiak or otherwise.
Chase Young is the answer. Prince George County is what they call it. And Wale, obviously, we know mixtape about nothing. A big fan of Chase Young. These guys are friends, all right? My big little brova is Chase Young. They spent New Year's together, apparently. Wale,
big
Chase
Seinfeld
Young.
fan.
Wale loves Seinfeld. He said mixtape about nothing. That was his big hit. Yeah. That was where he came out. Wale, of course, an NFL fan. We've seen him talk about plenty of teams, and he is a Chase Young guy. Do we have time for one more?
Corrections and retractions. We have to apologize to Derek Brown.
I've been seeing it the entire time.
I thought it looked strange that he spells his name.
Zoom in on this.
It's D-E-R-R-I-C-K, and we straight up just left the C out of his name, which is not a hard name to spell. In the world of Congo Vailoas, we can get Derek right, okay? Come on. Good Lord.
Derek Harper, D-E-R-E-K. There's a lot of ways to spell it. That's not one of them.
I've seen quite a few variations of that.
Our spelling is like the fish, crappy. Bring it all together. I think that's it. Sorry, Peter.
We'll get it right the next time because we have plenty of show. And if you think you know what Tom Brady's going to do this offseason, think again, my friends.
Okay.
And we've got the amazing story of two trailblazing women and the legends of the game. That and a lot more coming up on Good Morning Football. Stay with us.
I'm told on Twitter it is called crappie.
Crappie.
Oh, so.
But it's spelled.
Hi, Phil Swift here. People everywhere tell me how much they love the Flex Seal family of products.
This stuff is awesome. It really works.
Nothing compares to the original strength of Flex Seal. Flex Seal Liquid, Flex Shot, Flex Tape, Flex Glue, and Flex Paste. Use the Flex Seal family of products to weatherproof and protect virtually everything. Even make quick repairs underwater to help prevent flood damage. Seal up large cracks and holes to keep those nasty pests out of your home. All Flex Seal products create a super strong watertight barrier. Patch busted pipes, seal gushing gutters. Now you can coat, patch, seal, and repair. And don't forget about our portable Flex Seal Minis, perfect for quick repairs on the go. Imagine everything you could do with the Flex Seal family of products. Available at these fine retailers.
Pain, swelling, stiffness. When your hands hurt, you can't function. Until now. Introducing the new CopperFit compression gloves with Sure Grip technology to give you more power, more control, and more agility than ever. Our most advanced copper-infused compression fabric woven into an ultra-lightweight performance glove that fits like a second skin to support relief and recovery of sore muscles and painful joint stiffness. And new Sure Grip bands built in to provide a strong, non-slip grip for more power and control.
You need total control of your hands when you're doing anything with construction. Your hands are your livelihood. The CopperFit gloves are great. The grip is outstanding here with these different ribs. It makes my hand a lot more usable. It just feels like you're just ready to start the job.
The gloves have been a game changer for me. They help with flexibility and pain and soreness. They allow me to do my job even better.
Breathable wicking fabric with an open finger design for full range of motion, feel, and control.
They relieve my pain. When I grab something, I'm not in pain. The support or whatever magic these things do, I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter to me what it is, it works.
I get a lot of pain, and it can make it difficult to do the smallest thing. While I'm wearing this, I do not have any pain. I can use it on the keyboard, I can use my phone, I drive with it, I sleep with it. I love this glove.
The new CopperFit compression gloves with Sure Grip technology. Relief from painful muscle and joint soreness. Guaranteed or your money back. Call 1-800-249-2701. or on the web at getcopperfitgloves.com for only $19.99. Order right now and your shipping is free.
I tried it, I use it, I know it works.
Copperfit gloves definitely just make my life better.
I've used Copperfit before. This has helped my hands so much. These things work.
Feel better with copper-infused compression. Ask for it by name. Copperfit Compression Gloves.
Mock Draft Live. I love his game. I love his tape. Our experts break down their latest draft projections.
He's ready to play right away.
Top 5 player all day, every day.
He just looked like a monster.
Mock Draft Live premieres Tuesday, March 24th on NFL Network.
Friendly reminder, breaking news, there is no off-season.
NFL Now delivers the latest news from around the league, live.
This is one of the most intriguing quarterback markets ever.
It's the draft. You never know what's going to happen.
NFL Now, today at 1 on NFL Network.
This is Leonard Williams with the New York Jets, and you're watching Good Morning Football.
That's Big Leonard, number 6 overall pick in 2015. One of the guys getting set to hit the market. Free agency frenzy. What's up, Phil? What's up, Dak? What's up, Austin?
Big Austin Hooper Day.
Begins this Sunday. NFL Network is there, reporting on live breaking news, all the rumors, every blockbuster deal. Wow, what a difference. Free agency frenzy starts this Sunday. It's March 15th, and it's only on the Niffle NFL Network. So the free agency frenzy, are you ready, my friend? Buckle up out in Culver City.
Absolutely. It is not going to be a crappy time for us. It's going to be a good time.
Hey, baby.
Is that how it's said? Crappy? It's crappie.
Crappie,
yes.
that's how it is?
Yeah,
that's how it is.
Well, it's spelled crappy. I would change that.
Yeah.
Fill it in, Will.
Let's see what we can do. Well, the Colts are one of the teams believed to be looking for a quarterback. You often hear them linked to Phillip Rivers, but they already have a starting quarterback. His name is Jacoby Brissett. Brissett asked about the incessant speculation on ESPN during an XFL game, and he said he's just doing his job. Brissett and company got off to a good start, 5-2, but then he suffered a sprained MCL against the Steelers. He tossed 18 touchdowns and 6 picks in 2019. The Redskins are working to sign guard Brandon Scherf to a long-term deal in order to avoid using the franchise tag to keep him. This according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. Head coach Ron Rivera telling Redskins Nation he wants to bring back fellow guard Eric Flowers as well. Redskins would have loved bringing left tackle Trent Williams back, but as NFL Network's Mike Garafolo had reported, Washington granted Williams permission to seek a trade. The Athletic reporting the Cardinals and Texans have expressed interest. The Jets are another team reportedly interested. And we could be in for some drama during the first round of the upcoming draft, with the Falcons maybe providing it. General Manager Thomas Dimitrov telling 92.9 The Game he believes there could be a lot of interesting action between picks 10 and 20, and thinks the Falcons shouldn't be counted out because they've been a team that has been active in past drafts. The Falcons, currently holding the 16th overall pick, could be using it to select a pass rusher to boost their defense. And Schrags, you've been dialed in with all the draft buzz. Could the Falcons be one of those teams moving up and causing chaos in that first round?
They got the 16th overall pick. You look at guys like Simmons and Derek Brown, who both played in the South and would be local favorites. I got to think that they might want to trade up into that top 10.
We shall see. Love the drama.
That's it.
Always on the board. I love that. All right, guys, last night, as part of Women's History Month, NFL Network premiered NFL 360 Women in Football, featuring some amazing stories of women who have broken barriers in football. Now, part of the show, we featured the first all-female NFL broadcast team, Hannah Storm and Andrea Kramer, as they shared a conversation about the telecast, breaking ground, and the roads they've taken to get there.
When I graduated, I couldn't get a job in sports to save my life. You know, I heard everything from our audience wouldn't be comfortable with a woman, my sports director doesn't want a woman. So I started answering want ads, and I thought, I'm just going to get on the air somewhere. And I ended up as a heavy metal DJ in Corpus Christi, Texas.
To your point,
there was nobody doing it.
When we were growing up, we didn't exist.
Right.
There were no women to look at and say, oh, I want to do what she does.
It wasn't really a career option.
No,
right.
And for me, my path was a little bit different because I started off as a writer. And then from a writer, I went to be a producer. And then Steve Sable from NFL Films, who said, I want you to co-host the show with me. This is the NFL. I had no idea how to be on camera, but I was a pretty good producer, and I figured that the good producer I was could bail out the talent that I was not at that point, and that set me off on my trajectory.
Oh, that hits me right in the feels. We stand on the shoulders of women like Hannah and Andrea for sure. And one impressive note about that special edition of NFL 360, it was produced by an all-female production team, just some of the NFL Network's most talented producers. There's so many women behind the game, y'all don't even know.
Yeah, it's amazing. We had Kim Jones last week.
Yeah, she's great.
Melissa Stark came in, and she talked about that. And for it to be a piece about the women that have been in this game a long time, and then the new women like yourself and the many others that are making an impact, not just behind the scenes, not just in the front office, but now also on the football field, which is amazing. And for me, raising a young daughter who's 9 years old, and when I look at her and tell her you can do anything, like she can see a representation of that when she watches TV.
I was at the Combine, and MJ, I remember one of the big things that was going on top of all the drills was this celebration of women in the NFL. And I know you moderated a very important conference speaking engagement. What is this that we're looking at here?
So this was the Women's Forum and the NFL Careers sort of workshop there. So they had 40 of the next wave of women who will be making an impact all throughout the NFL and in football. They came from the collegiate levels. That's Jane Goodell right there. She kind of led us off that day. And they really got a chance to just get in with some heavy hitters of the game, other women that they can sort of model their careers after. Kim Pagula there with the Bills, and Darcy Glazer-Kasowitz as well. And we just had a really open conversation about what it takes to really implement that culture of inclusivity for women in this game. And we had Katie Sowers was there, Jennifer King was there, Kelly Brownson. I mean, it was just all of these trailblazers, women that, yes, right now we're seeing them and they're getting a lot of headlines, but man, they've been in this grind for a minute. This is a steep climb for them, and to have them at the forefront helping the next wave, like Andrea mentioned in the promo there, it didn't exist not that long ago. So that now we have examples of representation to see ourselves.
We know about broadcasting and producing and the TV side of it, but there are actual now several females employed by teams in the football side of it. And I think a lot of that was what was going on at the Combine. And I'm not putting you on the spot, but if there is a young lady out there today watching who wants to get involved in football, where would you direct them and say, hey, not just on the television or the media side, but I want to actually be a scout. I want to be a general manager. Hey, I want to be a head coach. Where would you direct them as far as the NFL goes?
I mean, that's the thing. Now there's so many open doors. And I think it's important to note, too, that the advocates, the men that are opening doors for these women, because those are the people on the inside right now that have allowed us to go in there and show exactly how talented we are and how important it is for women to be on this operation side, on the scouting side, on the coaching side, and show that to really be able to get the best candidate, you have to open the pool to both men and women and everyone from all backgrounds as well to really see who's got it. And more often than not, that's who steps up.
Very well said. Hannah Storm, heavy metal DJ in the 80s. In Corpus Christi, Texas.
The hair
From Judas Priest to the mountaintop. What an amazing career, playing Maiden records.
From Judas Priest to Priest Holmes. She does it all.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And keep an eye out, guys, because there's an encore presentation of NFL 360 Women in Football later this month. And that's right here, of course, on NFL Network. I cannot wait. I already recorded it. I watched it once. I will watch it again and show it to as many people as I can.
Please do. Speaking of running things back, we're going to talk Tom Brady. Tom Brady speaks out about his future. If you think you know what he's going to do, nah, you don't. It's like that old MTV special. You think you know, but you have no idea. Thank you, Ashton.
We were taught and raised that we all exist here on this planet to benefit others. That's how my wife and I feel when we give to St. Jude every month. Our giving is right up there with our mortgage. That's the priority that we put on giving to St. Jude.
CashNetUSA.com, man. I help when money's tight.
If approved, you may get the money you need as soon as the same business day. Get the cash you need fast. Apply online today. Go to CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
Sore muscles and joints have met their match with the new Freedom Compression Sleeves from Copperfit. Now with more compression that you can begin to feel the instant you put it on.
The second I put it on, it was just wow.
Oh my gosh, this thing is amazing. I wear it everywhere.
An everyday wear copper-infused sleeve that feels good as it reduces swelling and relieves pain.
I can't remember the last time I was able to work a full day without knee pain.
It became my answer.
It's real simple. It works.
Available now at these fine stores.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Paste.
the incredible rubberized paste. Right out of the tub, Flex Paste is super thick. It clings to the surface and it instantly fills gaps and holes. And once Flex Paste dries, it turns into a strong, flexible rubber. To show you the power of Flex Paste, I took this chicken wire. Woo! Bent, shaped, and covered it using only Flex Paste and created the world's first Flex Paste rubber boat. Not only does Flex Paste seal up every hole, but it creates a strong, watertight barrier. And the inside is completely dry. Get Flex Paste and the Flex Seal family of products at FlexSealProducts.com.
This is my team, and they're going to follow me as far as I'll take them.
It's a laser blast from Aikman.
We had a belief that if he was out there, we were going to win.
Roger brought out the hero in all of us.
He made passing the ball look easy, and it's not.
We would not have won those Super Bowls if it wasn't for Bradshaw.
He's the guy that beat the odds, and he played his heart out.
Steve Young in the shadows.
Introducing Color Snap Color ID from Sherwin-Williams. Color palettes curated just for you.
Close police officer. There's just some things that are bigger than football. And I felt like starting a Players Coalition and affecting change in this country was one of those things. We focused on police community relations, education and economic advancement, and criminal justice reform. The best way to inspire change is to be it.
The NFL season is 17 weeks, 32 teams, 256 games, plus preseason and playoffs. That's over 50,000 plays. Like this one, each generating thousands of data points that can help the NFL understand player health and safety like never before. With Amazon Web Services technology, we'll simulate in-game scenarios millions of times to pinpoint where and how we can advance player safety. And that's building a better game.
Earlier in the show, Peter and Nate threw hands about Jimmy Garoppolo versus Dak Prescott, and Joe Jones is weighing in. Nate, Dak Prescott is not a top 5 quarterback. What has he done to earn top money? Dad has not done anything. I think it means Dak, unless he's yelling at his dad. He's not done anything. All right. Nate, you want to respond to that?
What was that, Joe Jones?
Yes, the Chiefs logo.
Okay, listen here, Joe. Here's the thing. There's other guys that have made $100 million that aren't top 5 either. So the market value sets whatever guys get paid. And right now, Dak Prescott is looking at the market, putting himself right in between the list of dudes that you don't think have earned $100 million. But guess what? Dak has. In 4 years, he's done what he needs to do to get that 105.
You were very, very, very forceful with me when you were saying that Dak Prescott deserves more money than Jimmy Garoppolo. And I compare the two careers, and they're on the same paths, but Garoppolo has accomplished more on the team side. Maybe Dak's had more on the personal side. Yeah. I don't think Twitter agrees with you either. I feel like it's been very wide open. Like, Dak is not a slam dunk over Garoppolo either.
Yeah, you keep saying accomplishments of Jimmy G. When Jimmy G got paid, he didn't do anything in this league. Let me repeat. He didn't accomplish anything in this league. He just now got his team to the Super Bowl. And a lot of people would argue that it was the legs of the running game and the intelligence of Kyle Shanahan that got them there. Jimmy G couldn't get them over the hump to win the ring. And this isn't me taking shots at Jimmy G. This is me plainly stating that there's individuals in this league making $100 million, and Dak should be in that conversation. That's all I'm saying. In personal opinion, I'd rather have Dak Prescott, who can escape the pocket with his legs and make throws that Jimmy G can make, because those plays that broke down in the Super Bowl where Jimmy G had to sit and take that shot to the chin where he was taking sacks and moving his offensive back, I feel like Dak Prescott would have left that pocket.
Nate, I think so much of your opinion of Jimmy Garoppolo is literally about one play. I really do. It's
one
that
pass to
Emmanuel. I think that made a huge impression on you.
It's the interception where he closed his eyes, the 2 passes late in the game where he couldn't hit his wide receivers, and then it was the game where he only threw 8 passes. And I know we're saying, well, he has a great running game. I just feel like for you to make $100 million, you need to be able to do a little bit more than what Jimmy G has done.
They won that game by 30. All right.
They did. You know who he used to work with? He used to work with number 12, Tom Brady. He sets the record straight on his future. Right after this, we're going to get into it. TB12, Macabre. What's that mean, MJ?
Macabre?
Yeah.
I saved hundreds on my car insurance when I switched to Geico. This is how it made me feel. It was like that feeling when you go to high-five a coworker and you do a perfect high-five. Everyone is really excited for you because it was such a great high-five. And then the boss comes in and she wants one too.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
We've all been here before. The conference room, the speakerphone, the missing files. Not in the room, then you're not in the know. Well, this has been nice, but can we not? Microsoft Teams invites everyone you work with to work together. Be seen, be heard, be there when you're not. Share your files and your opinion, and maybe even a happy little fruit guy. When you're ready to unleash the power of your team, open Teams.
I was in, y'all's situation. My sophomore year, I got arrested. We have kids feeling like they need to commit crimes because their house is not stable, no support system. So what you supposed to do? Everything can change, man. You gotta show somebody that you really care, that you trying to change. I started this foundation to help you reach your goals, no matter if we have to dish out 100 school books, 100 book bags. Tough times don't last, tough people do.
At CDW, we get you want happy, productive employees.
That's why we've made our office pet-friendly. Maybe a little too pet-friendly.
Well, CDW can design a mobility solution with light, powerful devices from Lenovo to make your people more productive in or out of the office.
Anyone have any questions before we go? It's great. I really need to get out of here. Snake people are freaking me out.
Hey, Cheryl, give a sec.
For workplace productivity, you need Lenovo and IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it.
DiGiorno Rising Crust Pizza now has even more cheese. It's so cheesy, you'll need a pickup line to go with it. Like, did it hurt? When all that cheese fell from heaven and landed on you? It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno, now with more cheese.
Let's go out to Ida with chicken or shrimp fajitas now on Chili's 3 for $10. Ida is a little bit of and a whole lot of That's a fajita, starter, and drink for just $10. So let's go out to Ida.
Sunday, free agency frenzy begins.
Is in for the touchdown.
Woo! And NFL Network is there, reporting on live breaking news.
He can bring that magic with him.
League-wide rumors.
This could be a key addition.
And every blockbuster deal.
This guy's a game record. He's a winner.
Oh, my goodness. That's big time there.
Free agency frenzy starts Sunday at 1, only on NFL Network.
Welcome to Good Morning Football presented by Nike. We are live in New York City. It's Monday, March 9th. My name is MJ Acosta alongside Nate Burleson, Peter Schrager, and Kyle Brandt. You guys, I'm hyped. It is Monday. It was a full moon, daylight savings. We're okay. We've made it through thus far.
Okay. So we really have. And we're sponsored by Nike. It's unbelievably cool. Good. Favorite Nike commercial of all time? Bo Jackson is the one going around playing the different sports. Jim Everett, Michael Jordan.
That was the original. Jordan and Mars, and Spike Lee.
Is it the shoes?
I'm going with Little Penny.
That's good.
That was Tyra Banks, fool. So good.
Send my regards to Kevin Garnett. All right.
I'm going more recent. Serena Williams. Crazy.
Okay. Oh. Real talk. Okay.
All the fields on that one. But let's go into our lead blog. Let's talk Brady Watch. There's been a lot of he said regarding pending free agent quarterback Tom Brady's status with the Patriots. Now, on a recent radio show, Brady's first offensive coordinator with the Patriots, Charlie Weiss, kind of set the record straight on behalf of his former QB.
One thing he told me, he goes, nobody knows anything.
So, in other words, he's told no one.
He said, nobody knows anything. So anyone who's telling you they know.
They don't know.
They don't know. Okay, I've cleared that
So, Tom,
up.
I want to be clear. He texted you saying
we traded texts, and he said, then clean it up. Okay, so I'm cleaning it up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
By cleaning it up, I'm letting you know that no one knows anything.
All right, so Tom Brady says nobody knows anything and tells Charlie Weiss to clean up the rumors surrounding his future. Guys, what do you make about Brady's comments to his former OC? Was that just like throwing everybody off the trail, or is it like, no, seriously, like no one knows a bleep?
I like this we're hearing from Charlie Weiss. It's so random. I won't make up my mind. No, that's it. Yeah, I think Lloyd Carney's the way in. What do you think, Peter?
It's like, it becomes that, where it's like Days of Our Lives, and every single day it's a new team and a new person talking about their insight from Tom Brady. I swear, it's whether, if you told me last year that Dana White would be weighing in, that they'd be FaceTiming with Jimmy Fallon next to him.
The John Wallace
with John Wallace. Like,
yep.
it's almost like Mad Libs, like fill in the blank. And now we're at the Charlie Weiss portion of the Mad Lib with Tom Brady. And yet, I was told that there's 8 teams interested in Tom Brady. Not me. The media has said it. I was told by the media that the Raiders wanted him, and that also the 49ers wanted him, and that also the Chargers wanted him, and also the Titans wanted him. It's like, a lot's coming about Brady being this courted guy. The Patriots aren't talking, so who is talking?
Peter, there's been breathless commentary about people who would be shocked if he ever returned to the Patriots.
Shocked.
But nobody knows anything.
And if Brady's the one, and, it's funny that, Brady says to Charlie Weiss, like, don't listen to anyone. Charlie Weiss is in the media now. He's not serious, and he's going to respond to this, and now it's another day of where will Tom Brady go and how will the wind blow. And, I think at the end of the day, this thing really starts picking up next week, because I feel like the Patriots and Brady haven't even had those discussions yet. We don't have a new CBA. We don't know what the salary cap's going to be in the future. And we don't know what teams can even offer Tom Brady, because they legally they can't do it yet. So all this stuff, we're not the Charlie Weiss portion of the conversation. And no insult to Charlie Weiss. I'm sure he does text with Tom Brady.
Sure.
But if you're in the media right now and you've got some connection to Brady, people are salivating to hear what's next. And his comment is, no one knows anything. Well, then you're discrediting all of the ESPN reports, which 2 weeks have said that Brady's gone and he's going somewhere else, crediting all the NFL Network reports that say whatever it is about Brady and the Patriots. So to me, it's like, when do we actually need to tune in? Because all this stuff, it's just folly if I'm getting caught up in all of these different rumors and a FaceTime with Mike Vrabel and a FaceTime with Dana White and a FaceTime with Charlie Weiss. I'm good with it. I'm waiting for next week.
Okay, just wait.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Listen, from the outside looking in, I feel like we're just watching a relationship and we're all speculating something. Have you ever looked at a Hollywood relationship and every time you see them together, they look like they're having a great time?
Sure.
Like Will and Jada. But then you'll hear rumors that they're going to get a divorce, that they're going to break up. But then again, you'll see them on a show, you'll see them on the red carpet, and they're kissing and hugging, and everything's great. And then you realize it was all speculation. It's the same thing with Tom and the Patriots. I guess you say Tom and Patty. It's like the Tom and Patty relationship.
Okay, sure.
They travel everywhere. They win Super Bowl.
She's wearing her ring.
Look at them. They look great together. And then we realize that all of it was just us trying to get them to break up. I feel like when it comes to Tom Brady and the Patriots, it's like Kobe, rest in peace, and the Lakers. You just want it to end because they're so good. One of our favorite sayings here on the show is, where there's smoke, there's fire. But not in this case. This is like a dare campaign from the 90s.
Really?
There is no smoke.
You think Brady's happy and content right now in New Orleans, and New England's coming back?
Not everybody in every relationship is happy. I feel like there was some disappointment last year, but Brady ain't going nowhere. Let me be grammatically incorrect. He ain't going nowhere, because this is the most comfortable place he can be. This is where his legacy is, and this is where he's the most loved. This is the best system, the best coaching, and they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure he's comfortable next season. Tom Brady's not leaving.
So definitive. Very definitive. And Nate, you've been consistent too. You really have from the get-go. I think so too. I think Tom Brady's having the time of his life. I really do. The fact that he's never been through this before. He loves checking in with his old coordinator while he's on the radio. Why not? He loves BSing with the UFC president of all people. It's usually him and Jim Gray, and that's it. That's the only people who talk to him. Now he's checking in. It honestly reminds me of a guy who's single for the first time in 20 years. And maybe not even single, maybe just on a break. There's something that men and women do.
Like a hall pass?
Yeah, I think maybe it is, where you don't want to cheat, but you want to know that you could if you wanted to. Like, she or he, is down. I'm not going to do it, but, I basically just did it, and I stayed faithful.
I still got it.
Right, I still got the fastball. We have a great connection here. She's clearly into me. We're one Uber ride away from everything. I'm not going to do it because I'm devoted to my wife, the Patriots, but I just got a whole 20 years worth of, filing away.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Are they listening to Charlie Weiss on Sirius Radio in that Uber or no?
Maybe so. I mean, who isn't? I'm listening to Moving the Chains.
MJ's over here shaking his head.
What's going on?
Do you guys remember, I believe it was right before Super Bowl, when Tom Brady posted that very ominous picture of him leaving a stadium and everyone was
also
up in arms?
hot.
Oh, my God. This is the same thing. Like, he's not going to say anything until he's good and ready to say who his hall pass is or whomever.
That's funny, MJ, because if I'm not mistaken, you're engaged right now, and the rest of
Correct, so I don't like this hall pass.
We're married for years and stuff. It's not good talk to have.
It's not a thing.
Said, nah, fam.
I'm 10 years in. I shouldn't have said that.
I'm 7 years in, and we haven't even gotten married, so he knows there's not.
So you're 0 years in, MJ. Come on.
That's a whole.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
It's going to be awesome.
Congratulations on walking
I was
up
like,
in the clouds.
can we make any other analogy here at all?
That's all we do here. You know what I'm saying?
Truthfully, I look at Brady, and do you not think that if you're Brady and it's so orchestrated and everything is so buttoned up, and it's like we have the FaceTime seemed like it was out of left field, and now Charlie Weiss is coming out and saying, well, Brady talks to me. I'm the Brady whisperer, and like here's what he's telling me, and it's don't believe anything. Like, do you think this is Brady driving this thing, or do you think this thing has gotten off the track and it feels a little weird these days?
It's so far off the rails. I mean, we can't. It's nice.
Maybe that's the impetus for the whole, like, just so you know, Charlie, like, this is all nonsense. He must be watching this ridiculous. I just think he looks at the Titans as like, I could have had the Titans, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I didn't.
Yeah.
But
the
I
Titans were down. I'm not going to do it.
They were feeling me.
That's what I'm saying.
And the Patriots are like, I'll cut the Titans.
Maybe they will. I will cut with a high heel stiletto.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, I'm a crazy Latina. I'm just
okay. I like it.
Yeah. No, not cute.
What else we got?
Awesome. But later on in the show, we are going to be joined by NBC's Football Morning in America's Peter King. The GOAT.
Speaking of spicy.
Ooh,
he got takes.
In January, hours before the Patriots took on the Titans in the AFC wildcard round, Patriots owner Robert Kraft spoke to King about Tom Brady's future in New England. And Kraft said, quote, any person who plays 20 years for this team and helps us get to 9 Super Bowls has earned the right to control his future. My hope and prayer is, number 1, he played for the Patriots. Or number 2, he retires. He has the freedom to decide what he wants to do and what's in his own best personal interest. So many people are expecting Kraft to eventually step in, but NBC Sports Boston is reporting Robert Kraft won't intercede in Brady's free agency and will leave the decision making to Bill Belichick. So does Kraft's decision surprise you here, or do you agree with his plan? Sort of let it play out. Do you think he's sort of in that mind space, like, I'm going to let you go test these waters, but you're coming home to mama?
It could be, and I don't believe for a second that Mr. Kraft will never intercede as Tom Brady leaves the New England Patriots. I think I've said this from the get-go. The day Brady is on the field in another uniform is one of the worst days of Robert Kraft's life. This is a guy, Tom Brady has brought him unbelievable joy, wealth, fulfillment, accomplishment. I think he's extremely close to him. I think he will do anything he possibly can to keep Tom Brady, and that includes, if he has to, butting heads with his head coach, who may be ready to be like, it doesn't make sense. It just like doesn't make sense for everybody else. I think Kraft will be very involved at the end, as he should be.
I find it fascinating that we're at this point where now Kraft is saying, I'm not going to intercede, I'm going to let Belichick handle this, when, all the stories we heard about Garoppolo was that this was Brady and Kraft kind of saying, okay, we got to do this. We got to do something for Tommy. Like, let's get rid of Garoppolo. And whether that was true or not, we're still not sure what the actual happenings were. But for Kraft now at this juncture to finally say, I'm not going to intercede, I don't know. I'm with Kyle on this one. I think the heart really sings here. And at that point, at that very juncture where Brady is all intentions to leave, I think there might be a last phone call from Kraft saying, hey, now wait a second. Let's think this through and let's see what we can do. And it might involve Belichick. It might not involve Belichick. I just think there's family involved here. Kraft and Brady, that can't be broken. Like, no matter if Brady puts another jersey on.
That phone call's got to have some juice, not just mushy stuff. It's got to have money. It's got to have players. It's got to have a lot of good stuff.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I know that Kraft loves Tom Brady.
Yeah. Tommy.
I can't imagine him walking out that door without one last plea from their owner.
I agree.
Listen, man, they're too close for it to be just a phone call.
Right.
That seems completely impersonal. They're going to fuel up the jet, and they're going to fly wherever Tom is.
Sure.
They're going to sit down on his terms, and there will be a little bit of a plea, and there might even, I say, a begging, if you will, because if you think about where the Patriots were before this Belichick and Brady era started, Kraft doesn't want to go back to that. Those were the dark times. I feel like he's going to do whatever it takes to keep Tom Brady, and you know what? He should.
But that's not Belichick's mantra.
I know.
Belichick, so then do you betray Belichick if you're Kraft and say, hey, I got to come in? Like, that's the...
You know what was really, really weird over the weekend? We're talking about players and how can he stay there and win? Tom Brady retweeted Antonio Brown with a heart over the weekend. It's very,
sure did.
And Tom Brady, the tweet was a little bit about accepting it and going to work. Like there was a little bit of contrition there. And Brady, out of the clouds, retweeted it with a red heart, as if to say,
everything that's going on.
I approve. Maybe we could reunite. I don't know what I'm saying, but my thing from the get-go is, I don't care who Mr. Kraft calls. Who am I playing with in my huddle? I'm not going to battle with Julian and friends for the 50th year in a row.
Saying it
give me Amari, give me AJ, give me AB, give me something.
It could be a message to the team, like, yo, I need someone like this.
It could.
If you want me to
It was a tweet out of nowhere.
I think that was a little seed planted. That makes a very valid point. But I think when you think of like leaving the decision making to Belichick and you don't want to go against what he wants, yeah, but it's Tom Brady. I think in any other scenario, sure, it's going to be different. But when you have Tom Brady and that's your cabra, or chivo, as we say in the Dominican Republic, it's just a different caliber. It's a whole other ball game. You can't really compare it to anything else. And so that's where things start to get a little complicated, and there's so many other layers to the equation.
Speaking of complicated and many layers, what's the holdup with Dak Prescott's contract?
Let's get into Dak.
What is going on? We've got a media titan, and he's going to tell us all about it. The King is coming.
Let's do it.
Peter King. He will join us in studio. Peter's always great at what he does, one of the best in the business. And what's the market for Melvin Gordon, guys? And where will he suit up next season? At one point, he was the best running back, or one of the best in the league. Is he going to get that type of money in free agency?
It's hard to see when you're outside at night, but it's such a pain to install a light. Hi, I'm Hunter Ellis, and this is Atomic Beam Sunblast, the new solar-powered light that's super bright. Atomic Beam Sunblast lets you add a light anywhere. No wires, no pliers. Just stick it up. The industrial adhesive mounts to almost any surface instantly. And the atomic solar panels charge the built-in lithium-ion battery quickly, even on a cloudy day. That means no electricity bill and no batteries to replace. Then the motion sensor turns on the light when you get near and automatically turns off the light when you disappear. This state-of-the-art sensor can detect movement from up to 25 feet away, so it's a great security light too. Look, here's a best-selling outdoor solar light, and here's the super bright Atomic Beam Sunblast. Just look at the difference. And our unique wide-angle design covers much more ground, lighting the sides as well as in front. Stick it up on the garage, and it turns on when you pull in, then turns off when you're gone. The heavy-duty construction is weatherproof, so it shines bright all year round. And the super bright LED flat panels can last a lifetime without burning out. Get the super bright Atomic Beam Sunblast today for only $19.99. But wait, call right now and you can get a second Atomic Beam Sunblast plus our best-selling Atomic Beam flashlight. The super bright tactical flashlight that lights up an entire room and can take a beating. Just pay a separate fee. That's 2 Atomic Beam Sunblasts and the Atomic Beam flashlight. So light up the night with Atomic Beam Sunblast. Call now.
Call 1-800-350-6798. That's 1-800-350-6798. Or visit bysunblast.com. So call 1-800-350-6798. Order now.
Tonight on NFL Total Access, Aqib Talib is back, our guest analyst on who can actually call himself a shutdown corner and what it takes to be one. Plus, draft day mistakes you cannot make. Tonight, 7 Eastern.
Mock Draft Live.
I love his game. I love his tape.
Our experts break down their latest draft projections.
He's ready to play right away.
Top 5 player all day, every day.
He just looks like a monster.
Mock Draft Live premieres Tuesday, March 24th on NFL Network.
This is NFL Network, the place where football and culture collide. It's the collision of the GOATs and the MCs.
Tell me about the offensive side of the ball.
With the fashion and the food.
I promise you're going to love it. Here, eat it.
Slammed in with the fans, the stands, and the 12th man. Mashed up with the music.
It's a real big cultural moment right now.
And the movies.
I started watching the show years ago.
Mixed in with the X's and O's and the oohs and ahs.
Are you kidding me?
It's the fantasy.
You can steer away from Hopkins, but you can certainly take Adams over.
And the reality. It's the access.
People are going to count us out every week.
And the attitude.
Say it to management or shut your mouth and put your money on the line.
It's the trash talk.
Brother, don't quit.
And the crazy talk.
More bricks out of pile. Let's go.
It's all here, all day, every day.
because there's no such thing as too much football.
All right, let's bring in our buddy Will Silva. He's in the newsroom out in Culver City with the latest and greatest. William, hit us.
¿Cómo estás, MJ? Espero que todo está bien ahí con todos nuestros amigos. ¿Sí?
Ya tú sabes, mi amigo, siempre bien.
Qué bueno. Hey, guys, you're not chiming in at all? Come on, I thought you guys would jump in there at all.
Muchos besos, William.
Oh, wow.
He asked me to chime in, I chimed in.
Well, Thursday is the last day for teams to tag players who risk the chance of losing them in free agency. The Cowboys with a couple of big decisions to make in regards to Dak Prescott and, of course, Amari Cooper. As for Dak, the Dallas Morning News is reporting the Cowboys have offered Prescott a contract with an average of $33 million a year with $105 million in guaranteed money. Prescott coming off the best season of his career, where he threw for more than 4,900 yards and 30 touchdowns. Now, the Bills making moves on defense this morning as NFL Network's Mike Garafolo reporting Buffalo agreeing to terms with cornerback Josh Norman. It's a one-year deal worth $6 million with incentives that could get him up to $8 million. Norman reuniting with Sean McDermott, who was the DC with the Panthers when Norman was there. The Houston Chronicle reporting Texans left tackle Laramie Tunsil underwent shoulder surgery to repair a torn labrum, but he is expected to be back in time for training camp. Tunsil started 14 games last season for Houston after being traded from the Dolphins. And the Chargers are all in on running back Austin Eckler. NFL Network Insider Ian Rappaport reporting that it's a 4-year deal that could be worth $24.5 million, $15 million of that guaranteed. Eckler could see a larger role in the Bolts offense in 2020 as running back Melvin Gordon is set to be a free agent on March 18th. Eckler had 557 rushing yards to go with 993 receiving yards and 11 total touchdowns this past season. He's been a terrific story coming from a small school. He had said, even in college, I was always on the verge of tears because I was building. So Austin Eckler building up to this point, getting a nice payday, but a lot of changes happening with the Chargers.
And Austin Eckler is just one of those guys. He's ready.
Oh,
you
yeah.
call his number, he'll go. Remember when Melvin Gordon held out, when Melvin Gordon was injured, Austin Eckler stepped
Always
up.
there.
And, of course, we just heard that Eckler's new deal with the Chargers, 4 years, $24.5 million. It sounds like Melvin Gordon is not part of the Chargers' plans here, though, when you hear all of this. And, of course, the unsuccessful holdout last year, I think it kind of sets the table for that. Do you guys see any potential fits, though, for Melvin Gordon in this free agency?
It's going to be an interesting free agency because the running back class as a whole has a lot of bigger names. And you look at Derrick Henry is one of those guys that you're like, wow, okay, Derrick Henry just led his team to the AFC Championship game. Melvin Gordon held out, went for it, didn't have it. But I did like this from Melvin Gordon over the weekend. Melvin Gordon tweeted once Austin Eckler got his deal with the Chargers, mind you, not a fresh team. Right. He tweeted a congratulations to him in so many words with the Twitter handle that he has and gave them emojis. That was it. Now, we're going to show the tweet or not. Here it is. Well deserved, my G, with the guitar. Of course, Austin Eckler does all that. Now, you say, okay, well, Gordon had this contention. The Gordon holdout was an interesting one because he came back to the Chargers with, they welcomed him with open arms. He was in great spirits. Like, he's not a bad locker room guy, Melvin Gordon. He's a great locker room guy. So to me, I think he actually brings a special feel to a team. And I look at the Atlanta Falcons. I love that fit for him. If Devontae Freeman's going to move on, they've got Brian Hill, Kenyon Barner, Quadre Allison, all who played little roles last year. I think Melvin Gordon to the Falcons could be really intriguing, especially with the general manager, Thomas Dimitroff, saying they might be active players in the draft, moving up a little bit. Falcons, no. They can't go through this thing again and get the same results. The owner wants victories. I think Melvin Gordon is a proven entity in this league. I think Melvin Gordon would be a great addition to that offense. I like the Atlanta Falcons for Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, I like the Atlanta Falcons. I also like Miami. When you think about what they were doing last year, they got rid of Kenyon Dre. He goes to Arizona, has one hell of a season. But, you know, they're building something special. And I feel like they're going to go quarterback. I feel like they will go Tua. But why not bring in a veteran, a guy that you can get on a short-term deal? He's going to ask for a little bit of money. But maybe you take that risk and say, listen, for a couple of seasons, you give me everything you got. There was one year where he had 14 touchdowns. So we know that he can do it. He just needs to stay healthy. I like a bigger, strong back, very similar to Derrick Henry in that sense. Whoever gets him, though, they're going to have to figure out what the compromise is for money, because that was the reason why he set out last year. He wanted to get paid. The question is, who's going to pay him in free agency?
Yeah, and if nobody read the Peter King column on Austin Eckler, it's really cool stuff. Undrafted out of Western State, Colorado. He shows up to Chargers camp, and you knew it was a bad sign because they gave him number 3 to wear in camp, just a number. He's not going to be here. He goes to Anthony Lynn and says, what can I do to make this team? Just keep working, man. Just keep working, which is a non-answer. You know, like it was never supposed to make it. And
Which is, it ain't looking good.
Just working, number 3. And then here he is. He gets the contract and everything, and now he's going to be the guy in some capacity with the Chargers. Melvin Gordon, I think, is a really good fit for the Chargers. Other than that, you were talking about if Devontae Freeman leaves the Falcons. What if Derrick Henry leaves the Titans? What if they need a really physical guy who can run between Lewan and that line and do the whole thing that Melvin Gordon does? I like him down in Tennessee, too, but we'll find out.
Here's the thing. You mentioned when how the locker room presence that Melvin Gordon has. I remember 2 seasons ago when Eckler got the chance when Melvin was injured. I spoke with Eckler about it. How have they been helping you? How is this running backs room? And he said, man, everyone is all in. Melvin talks to me all the time, helps me with my game. So they have a good relationship. But on the other side of that coin, he continues to step up every single time. I think Eckler knows how great of a talent Melvin Gordon is. But when you talk about the fit of the team, it's been synonymous because the only team that Melvin Gordon has played for. I can see him transitioning over to the Falcons. I think that big body would work well in that system, but it's why not have depth? What if he doesn't go anywhere? What if they figure it out and pay him? I mean, look how well it worked out for the Niners to have tremendous depth at the running back position. Took them all the way to the Super Bowl. So this is going to be interesting how it shakes out.
It'll be nice to see Melvin with the Chargers take handoffs from Tom Brady in that new stadium.
Yeah.
It's going to be good, right? Won't that be fun? That'll be exciting.
That'll put seats.
Charlie Weiss says no.
Charlie Weiss says you don't know anything. It is possible that Patrick Mahomes is only scratching the surface. There he is sliding in the snow, but he also is getting a haircut this weekend on the shop and had some things to say. We'll talk about what Mahomes revealed to Mav Carter and the crew. Also, there's a ton of quarterbacks in limbo this offseason. Will Jameis be in Tampa in 2020, or is he going to be playing elsewhere? We're going to take a little spin of the wheel. It's a game called Round of Catch 32.
Pat Mahomes' hair is a different texture.
Get them while they're hot. Applebee's 25-cent boneless wings are back in your choice of 3 sauces.
Different folks have different strokes.
It's endless sirloin and seafood at Golden Corral.
Different moves for different groups.
Golden Corral, the only one for everyone.
I can't believe it. That child really was raised by wolves.
Which one's your mother?
Oh, that's her right there.
Oh, gosh.
No. I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico. It's really great.
Well, I'm just so glad to have met your beautiful family, and we better be sitting down now.
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Here's a razor that works differently. The Gillette Skin Guard. It has a guard between the blades that helps protect skin. The Gillette Skin Guard.
Hi, hello, how are you? Great. Now that that's out of the way, it's the Casper end of season clearance. We're making room for something new. In the meantime, save up to 20% on a Casper mattress, including the one with over 50,000 perfect 5-star reviews. Enjoy sleep and saving money? Figured. Save up to 20% and try one for 100 nights risk-free with free shipping and returns. Visit Casper.com or a store near you today.
Atkins peanut butter cups are my favorite, but I always want one more. You? Yes, Hannah. The answer is yes. Chocolate, peanut butter, and 0 sugar. We can have one more. Well, wait, this is a good one. Can I suggest Atkins make a peppermint patty? It's my favorite candy, but would love a low-carb version. I am with you on the whole peppermint patty thing, Amelia, and it looks like someone at Atkins is thinking just like we are. So let's enjoy.
Don't wait for a chip like this to crack your whole windshield. With Safelite's exclusive resin, you get a strong repair that you can trust. Plus, with most insurance, a safe light repair is no cost to you.
Really? Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
The free agency frenzy begins. Woo! And NFL Network is there, reporting on breaking news and every blockbuster deal.
This guy's a game record. He's a winner.
That's big time there.
Free agency frenzy starts Sunday at 1, only on NFL Network.
Welcome to the NFL Draft.
The Heisman winner, the champion, Joe Burrow.
Chase Young.
He's an instant playmaker.
The legend of Tua has begun.
Herbert is going to cap his career with a Rose Bowl championship.
With the first pick.
This offseason is surely to be one to remember when it comes to the quarterback position. We thought we'd break them all down with a special edition of Catch 32.
Here we go.
And here's how it'll work. Behind us, we'll have an ultra-fast-paced randomizer of quarterbacks who might be impacted by this year's offseason. Now, we'll start the randomizer when you're ready, and we'll say stop. And you'll have to answer a question talking about whatever quarterback got stopped on.
Okay.
All right. You ready, guys?
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, sure, of course.
I'm up. Okay.
Ask the question first, yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What do we got?
Start it back. Let's run it back. Just
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Please tell us why this quarterback is the biggest X factor in this year's free agency.
Go on, Nate.
Ready?
Pick wisely.
Come on, that's what I'm talking about.
Get after it. Get after it.
Rifle.
This is what you're born to do, Nate.
This is what I was born to do. Andy Dalton, listen, for everything that he's been through, giving everything that he's got, going out there, trying to make plays. He spent the last 2 years without A.J. Green as number one wide receiver. Then they bring in fast John Ross. John Ross so fast, he can't even stay healthy. And not to mention the coaching staff. Oh, man, the coaching staff. Andy, true leader. Not once did he say he wants to go. Not once when he asked for a trade. Not once. So whoever picks up Andy Dalton, not only going to get a talented guy that wants to prove himself, but also one of the best leaders in the business. Andy Dalton.
Nice. He's also a three-time Pro Bowler.
How about that? I like the wedding band, too. Look at that. Right front and center, right in your living room.
Hey, starter in the NFL next year?
Starter in the NFL, Andy Dalton. I guarantee
Week 1,
it.
he's starting on a team?
Yes, I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
He did lead them to 5 playoff appearances.
Yes, he did.
Let's not forget that. 3-time Pro Bowler. Cool. All right, Peter.
Yeah, what do
you're
you
up
got?
next. Please tell us why this quarterback should definitely be a starting QB, regardless of where he's playing in 2020.
Go on, Peter. Come on.
Feel it?
Stop!
I like that.
Trubisky?
Okay.
This is a guy that went through the entire NFL draft process, was scouted by every team, was picked and prodded and everything, and they took him over Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, telling me the raw product of whatever that guy is, at some point when he was entering the league, he was viewed on par with those guys. Maybe it's coaching, maybe it's offense, maybe it's tools around him. This player is not done in the NFL. He will be starting, I think, for the Chicago Bears next season. He might have to fight off a veteran backup, but he will be starting, and I have firm belief that this guy's career is not done yet, and there is still a long, long career ahead of him. Trubisky, you don't come in with all of that promise and then get the team to the playoffs and then beat Dallas on a Thursday night game, and then suddenly this year everyone say, oh no, he's done, he's off. I say Trubisky starting next year, Chicago, week 1.
All right.
He's got a long, long career ahead of him. You like it?
Yeah.
Peter, it's almost like you were convincing yourself while you're talking.
That's sometimes what it's about.
In the middle of it, he said he will be starting, I think, for the Chicago Bears.
Can I break the fourth wall here on this?
Yeah, what do you got? Go, go.
Do it.
Vacation. I'm with my family. I'm walking through a hotel. We see Trubisky.
What?
At the hotel. Trubisky could not have been cooler, could not have been more confident, and basically said, I want this so badly, I am ready to go. So off of that conversation with Trubisky, shout out to Mitch for being nice to my son Mel, I think Trubisky's going to have it. I saw a leader in that
So he took a vacation for 16 weeks during the season and then went after.
You are
That's Nate.
I can't believe Trubisky stays at the Sandals Resort. That's amazing.
23 and 18.
I'm just playing, Mitch.
I'm
just playing, Mitch.
Hands up, baby, hands up. He's doing the Congo line with Peter.
And his son, it's cute.
All well liquor, of course. Right.
All right, Kyle.
Mitch, I'm just playing. I love
Please
you.
tell us why you want a camera crew. You want a camera crew to follow around this QB all offseason. Ooh, make it a good one.
I want to follow Peter on his vacation. That's what I want.
Feel it.
All right, camera crew, come with me. And stop. Okay.
Oh, totes.
right.
Yes.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, this is, I mean,
Get in there.
This sells itself.
Yeah.
I have said this routinely for a year. This is the most electric player in all of sports, the most watchable player, for good and for bad. What do we want from our reality shows? We want heights and we want huge plunges into despair. This is the Real House Husband of Tampa Bay or wherever it's going to be. I mean, Jameis, unbelievably charismatic on camera, unbelievably unpredictable behind center. And it's going to be a great shot because you can marry it with some of the real sports or not real sports, but Hard Knocks, the Hard Knocks footage in which Jameis was featured. And when he was in his home, in his hometown and everything, and you're going to have a great footage. What do you want in reality shows? Packing up and leaving as he leaves Tampa and begins anew. You can see the teases. You can see all the promos. Jameis Winston reality show is a great one. I thought for sure I was going to get Tannehill. I got Jameis. This one is great. I believe he'll be leaving Tampa and he'll be going to the Emmys.
He also got his eyes fixed and he got his thumb fixed.
That's an interesting thing to bring up. You know, he did get his eyes fixed. And as a guy who's gotten LASIK surgery twice, I liked it so much I went back. That could change things. I'm telling you, there's a Ricky Vaughn factor here that I also like.
A lot of the Real Housewives, they get a lot of procedures done, right?
Is that true? I don't watch the program.
Oh,
No, as far as I understand, you and your family are going to be on it soon. Do you want to make an announcement?
No. I'm straight. Ain't no Real Housewives.
The Real Family of the North New Jersey?
No,
the Jameis Winston show, you can't beat that. It's the best one I could possibly pick by far. I'd watch it.
And that juxtaposition, he led the NFL last season with over 5,100 passing yards and also led them in interceptions with
30 for 30.
To your point there.
Oh, my gosh,
awesome
what it is.
Now, but here's the
hell.
Let's go. It's good to see you.
Peter
got salt and pepper. Is this George Clooney?
Sports media legend. What's up, baby? We'll let the Love Fest continue.
Are we supposed to shake hands?
I don't know, but
That's right.
No shaking. I'm
How are you doing? Feel like that. People are doing elbows. It's unbelievable.
Thursday, it's a Path to the Draft Pro Day special.
He pops, he makes plays. He has all the intangibles that you look for.
We're live in Oregon.
Herbert delivers a strike.
Plus reports from Oklahoma.
C.D. Lamb, now he's showing off.
And Wisconsin.
Touchdown for Taylor.
As their top prospects put their skills on display. And we'll be there to break down all of the action.
He's a lean, mean fighting machine. I thought it was a spectacular workout.
Path to the Draft, Thursday at 8, only on NFL Network.
Indeed's hiring tools, like skills tests, let a person show you they're the right candidate. We also give you a groundhog to point out your perfect hire.
You got the job.
Okay, no groundhog, but try skills tests free at Indeed.com/groundhog.
Call J.G. Wentworth.
J.G. Wentworth, how can I help you get cash?
I want to pay off my debt and move into my own place, but I need cash now to do it.
Do you get regular payments from an insurance company?
Yes, monthly, but the thing is, it's my money and I need it now.
Right. In exchange for some or all of your future payments, we give you a lump sum of cash now. Call now and you'll also get $25 for receiving a quote.
Call 877-CASH-NOW.
Thanks, J.G. Wentworth.
I want to use my platform to speak out for people who can't speak out for themselves. Whether it was criminal justice reform, education disparity, police community engagement, it's like, let me do my part. It started with this bill to restore voting rights.
Players from the Saints helped that law get passed because they got involved.
When an athlete steps up, people listen.
It's the power of collaboration. That's how we create change.
You know when your dog is itching for a treat, itching for an outing, or itching for some cuddle time. But you may not know when he's itching for help, licking for help, or rubbing for help. If your dog does these frequently, they may be signs of an allergic skin condition that needs treatment. Don't wait. Talk to your veterinarian and learn more at itchingforhelp.com.
Introducing the Hometown Collection by Fanatics. Prep your team in city with this collection of locally inspired graphics designed for the fan. Available at Fanatics.com. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
Look at the new sled on you.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it, I think. I mean, I know nothing about sleds. And then I'm just buying one? Like, how am I supposed to know what a sled costs?
What did you pay?
7 pelts?
Nah, so high.
Should've used Auto Trader. It's the only one with Kelley Blue Book. See the little ribbon? Lets you know the price is good.
Friendly reminder, breaking news, there is no off season.
NFL Now delivers the latest news from around the league, live.
This is one of the most intriguing quarterback markets ever.
It's the draft. You never know what's going to happen.
NFL Now, today at 1 on NFL Network.
Welcome back to Good Morning Football. Will Selva inside the NFL Network newsroom on this Monday morning. Well, we learned that Patrick Mahomes didn't learn to read defenses until halfway through his MVP season of 2018. A scary thought about what could lie ahead for Mahomes when he fully grasps defenses. Now, another thing that could lie ahead for Mahomes is a big old fat contract. When that day comes is who knows. But when he does, the NFL, he could be the highest paid player in the league. But it sounds like PM15 also wants to make sure the Chiefs have enough left over for his teammates. He told Yahoo Sports he obviously wants to get a contract, but wants to make sure it does, quote, come the right way. Now, the Falcons currently holding the 16th pick in April's draft, but could trade up or down before that day arrives. General Manager Thomas Dimitrov telling 92.9 The Game he believes there could be a lot of interesting action between picks 10 and 20, and thinks the Falcons shouldn't be counted out because they've been a team that has been active in past drafts. Well, the Colts are one of the teams believed to be looking for a quarterback. They already have a starting QB. His name is Jacoby Brissett. He was asked about the incessant speculation on ESPN during an XFL game, and he said he's just doing his job. Brissett and company got off to a good start, 5-2, but then he suffered a sprained MCL against the Steelers. He tossed 18 touchdowns and 6 INTs in 2019. The Raiders have been rumored to be in the market for a QB as well, and NFL Network's Mike Garafolo reporting Las Vegas is interested in Titans QB Marcus Mariota. Jeezy adding the Raiders are more likely to go after a veteran QB to back up Derek Carr. Tennessee with some QB decisions of their own. Do they bring back Ryan Tannehill, or will Tom Brady land with his buddy Mike Vrabel? Either way, it seems like Schrags that Tom Brady's future is that first domino that we're all waiting to see fall.
Absolutely, Will. And, we start every Monday morning here. We all read Peter King's column. And for us to have Peter King in studio is a really big deal. If you haven't read his column yet, it's on NBC's site. Football Morning in America, guys. Welcome to the show, Peter King.
Hey, Peter. Peter, thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
This is a fellow Brooklyn resident. I saw Peter on Friday.
Yep.
We were having coffee on Friday. So why don't you come on the show? Here we are on a Monday. And he's on the show, and it's so exciting. Because
you made it happen.
I made it happen. Cool. But it's the perfect time to have you on because it's the end of last season, turning into the next new year for the NFL. And I know that you had one of the coolest experiences any of us did. You got to ride along with Andy Reid before the Super Bowl and just be in his car and get inside his head. What was that experience like? Knowing what was going to obviously follow in the coming weeks.
Well, the interesting thing about Andy Reid is that he's a guy who always, over time, is trying to take care of everybody else. Even when his son died a few years ago, he was concerned how people in his own organization were doing. And so when I asked him about this, he said, yeah, sure. And the only problem was it was at 3. $3:15 a.m.
Well, that's when he gets up, right?
But yeah, oh, he's a nut job.